Pandemic-era policy Title 42 remains in limbo, but migrant shelters and border towns say now is the time to prepare for its end. With a massive migrant caravan already heading toward our border, many are concerned that the termination of Title 42 will open the floodgates even more to illegal immigration. For more than a year, Arizona's Attorney General Mark Brnovich has been fighting to get the Biden administration to do its job, from suing DHS Secretary Mayorkas to the CDC to President Biden himself. AG Brnovich is doing everything in his power to protect his community, stop the White House from rescinding Title 42. Attorney General for the state of Arizona joins me now. AG Brnovich, good to have you, sir.
Thank you, Bob, for having me. I really appreciate it.
So just tell me this. The end of Title 42 would be a problem, but as I understand it, Mr. Attorney General, the reality of Title 42 as it is at the border right now, whether it's Arizona, Texas, you name it, is that they're not really using it except against illegal Mexican and Central American migrants. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned this, that we've been involved in so many lawsuits against the Biden administration, trying to force them to do their job. Now, we went into court, we led the coalition, our lawyers argued that the Biden administration could not rescind Title 42. And what we had found out they were doing was they were trying to play these games where they were trying to create exclusions and exceptions for people from certain countries. And the court told them they could not do that. But we have seen the Biden administration in the past, when we sued him over the permanent guidance, or that time it was temporary guidance, where they were not deporting people, deportation orders. They would tell the court they're doing it, and they would slightly tweak the policy, and then they would say, well, we're following that decision, but then they would change and create a new policy. So the one thing that has been very consistent is the Biden administration is trying to systematically undermine the rule of law and basically eradicate our entire southern border. I know folks like we've talked about this, where we thought at one point they maybe wanted to abolish ICE, but it's clear they just want to eradicate the southern border. So that's why I keep having to go into court and keep getting these injunctions, keep getting these restraining orders, just to try to get the Biden administration to do their actual job. And Title 42 is one of the last things we have left in our toolbox. So I'm doing everything I can to save it.
Here's a list of some of the cases you've brought. Arizona v. Garland, challenging DHS fast-track asylum system. Arizona v. CDC, challenging the revocation of Title 42, as we were just discussing. You've also challenged DHS's final guidance, challenging Biden administration's illegal violation relating to cancellation of border wall construction, and once again, challenging interim guidance. So you are not afraid to take the feds into court over this stuff. How have these challenges played out? You're winning some, losing some, something in between? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, we unfortunately, for example, in the border wall, that's still in litigation. We weren't successful at the beginning of that, but we're continuing to litigate it. One thing you did not mention is that I literally argued at the U.S. Supreme Court in February over the public charge rule, and this is where the Biden administration is trying to give government welfare benefits to non-citizens. And so I'm very confident we're going to win that case. But we had to take that all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. We got the restraining order to stop Title 42 from being revoked. And, on the permanent guidance, some of these other cases are still winding their way through the courts. And unfortunately, what the Biden administration has shown is a complete disregard, not only for administrative procedures, but they're shredding the Constitution of the process. And so I'm doing everything I can, Buck, to try to hold them accountable and to try to force them to just follow the existing law. And so, we've been very successful in some cases. In some cases, we literally are having to take to the U.S. Supreme Court to make sure the court orders the Biden administration to just follow the law and do the right thing.